Hey everyone, this is Thad from the uh, Reference and Readers Advisory Department at the Rawlings Library in Pueblo, Colorado, and thank you for spending your little bit of time on a Thursday evening with me. What I'm going to show you tonight is a tutorial on how to tie-dye a mushroom onto a shirt. I'm going to show you the videos of how I tied that and kind of explain that process. And then after that, I'll show you a quick video of me dyeing that shirt. And then once that's all done, we'll take a look at our finished product, which I have right here with me. Anyways, let's dive in and I will show you that video. Let's take a look. All right.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to actually tie your mushroom. So you want to start off with something like that. And the last step is stretching out. Again, if I mentioned washing the shirt first, but suggests people washing constantly. So you feel. So when you need something, this was suggested from me.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go back to that video. I'm going to continue to play it, but I'll narrate it instead. I think the sound isn't quite coming through, so I'll just try to narrate the video, kind of bring it up to speed so we don't, or we'll go ahead and start it again. And let's resume that here. Let's see. Okay, and so what I'm doing here is just laying the shirt out flat. Same thing you want to do with any symmetrical shape, and this happened with the rainbow as well. You want to fold the shirt in half lengthwise, um, and you'll do this with any symmetrical shape that you have. And you just want to make sure it's real even, and so you don't have a off-centered object there. And so then what you want to do, I have a magic marker there, just washable marker. And this is always a tricky part for me since I'm not great at drawing. But then, yeah, you'll draw just draw half of the object. So in this case, drawing half the mushroom. So we have our base there, and then kind of curving up until we're going to jet out there and start our top, the top of the mushroom there. All right, and just get a nice curve on that. So you can see there we have half a mushroom. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do pleat folds, and we're going to fold along the line of our drawing there, same way with the rainbow or any other symmetrical shape. And you just want to kind of keep it bunched up pretty good, but keeping that line put together there, so the line is all together, if that makes sense. And then just keep folding along that line. And this is a tricky part here since there's a corner there. So really just trying to maintain that corner, but at the same time turning the corner and heading into the top. And as you can see there, kind of had to adjust it a little bit. But yeah, just keep bunching it and doing the best to keep it all together, to keep those pleats together. And then the curve along the top of the mushroom isn't too bad. And so we'll just keep bunching that up until it's all together. And then that's about, yeah, kind of had some issues keeping it together there, but yeah, there we go. And yeah, and that's just about put together there. All right. And then what we'll do once you have that all bunched together is grab a rubber band. And this rubber band you'll want to have pretty tight, just to really maintain the integrity of the mushroom or whatever shape you are working on. All right. And then what we'll do after that is just, and this kind of has the same idea of a bullseye pattern now, so we'll just continue to tie bands. I think I went about maybe every inch and a half down the shirt. And one thing, and you'll kind of see this in the final product, is that each ring around, the main mushroom in the center of the shirt, there will be kind of rings coming from that, and each ring will have a little bit of a mushroom shape to it. So you'll notice that here in a second. Or yeah, when I show that that finished product. But yeah, so yeah, just keeping this pattern going of going down every little bit down the shirt, and yeah, just making sure it's pretty tight. I don't want the colors to run too much, and if you don't want them to run at all, really tie it really tight, and that'll keep the different colors from coming together. And then, yeah, these end pieces are always kind of tricky, and since I reuse my rubber bands, it's usually always have some that snap on me, which is fine. And then I think I was debating here whether to add any more, and I think I do add a couple more here, just to make sure that's real nice and tight. And Yeah, we'll just about have it there. And so, yeah, and then it'll just kind of smooth it all out and make sure it's ready to go and ready to dye. Yep, and yeah, just kind of tighten some more of those, and so yeah, that shirt's ready to go. It's ready to be dyed. So I think this part here, I was then talking about the colors I might use. I ended up doing something a little different than what I explained here. So I'll go ahead and switch to the next video, and you can see the dyeing process. So just give me a second. And, okay, and there's me again. Yeah, we'll get that next video going. Okay. All right, and so now, let me get that full screen. Okay, and so now we'll get to see the actual dyeing piece. I have my colors already mixed up, and I'm learning that I like to do dyeing in the backyard. Um, when it's a nice evening, it's nice to dye out there, and then I don't seem to notice. I mean, I'm still making a mess, but I just don't seem to notice it as much. Um, and so I did decide, and I think I mentioned this in the previous video, that I do want the mushroom to be orange. So going to add some orange there. And just really saturate that really well. Make sure it's soaked pretty good. And once again, like I did on the rainbow video, I'm only dyeing the one side of it on screen here, and then the other side I did off screen. And so then what I decided was to put red here. I think I originally was going to go yellow. And yeah, just add some red there, kind of a red accent around the mushroom. And then gonna grab some black, and this wasn't part of my original idea. Yeah, gotta shake it up a little bit more there. All right, and then yeah, add a black ring there. Just get that nice and soaked, and really let that run through there. And then I went with I think the peacock blue there, and just getting it in there, just like the other colors. And then once that's on there, I then went to, I did about half of the bottle on each side, I think. And then I did some green. Yeah, really think my green kind of clogged there a little bit. I didn't shake it up enough, and sometimes the powder will get stuck in the nozzle. And I think what I'm pointing out there is how the black's kind of running into the red, which in the finished product, I think it looks pretty cool. And then gonna go to some yellow. Oh yeah, and just kind of getting the excess dye off my hands so I don't smudge the shirt anywhere. Yeah, and then get that yellow on there. And then after the yellow, I was thinking of adding more yellow, but I think this worked out pretty well. And so then I'm going backwards now. So now I'm going to go back to the green and just get that soaked just like the others, just like the other sections. And then back to the peacock blue. And then, as you can see, the excess dye is kind of dripping into the bucket down beneath there. And then go back to the black. And then I think the last little piece I just do all red. So the only orange part of the shirt is just the mushroom itself. Yeah, just get a good, get those nice and soaked. All right. So now that that's all dyed, and like as I mentioned, the other side of the shirt I dyed off screen. I think just kind of doing some touch-ups on that side there. So let's get out of that. And all right, so that's the process for tying and dyeing a mushroom. So I have the finished product right here. There's our mushroom, and making sure that's all on screen there. And I am going to post a picture of this in the comments because it's kind of hard to get the whole thing here, and the pictures really seem to do these things justice. But yeah, thank you for checking this out and spending a little time with me this evening. Yeah, if you have a need to tie your own mushroom, this will get you started. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm at the Rawlings Library. So in 2 weeks, I believe that is going to be July 9th. I'll do a tutorial and show everybody how to do the reverse dye process. Haven't done a whole lot of that lately. It utilizes bleach, and bleach hasn't been the easiest thing to come by. And but as that's kind of starting to restock a little bit, I think I'll do that demonstration. But yeah, thanks again for joining me this evening. Take care.